there, it's Shaunna Bernardin, and I'd like to welcome you back to our next episode of GGTV. And this is little baby. It's kind of exciting. First of all, happy Valentine's Day. I can't believe it's already Valentine's Day. This has been a crazy month. We have 600 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. So today we are going to finish this girl up and get her ready for her Valentine's Day project. You can tell that she's looking like a little bit of a hot mess right now. We're going to go ahead and we're going to give her a bath, and then we're going to come back and do some finishing coloring and some more designs. I can't wait to finish this project with you guys. This is kind of my favorite part, is like getting prepared for the whole situation. A couple of big tips I can give you. Save your old towels, because then if the color gets on it, you can just toss it out at the end of it. I always get very excited when I bust out my brushes. These are just some color application brushes that I have. I'm going to definitely, I love this 2-color tray, perfect, awesome, it's very exciting. Unfortunately, we're not using the airbrush today, but we will be using some of this Opawz gel and some permanent color. Just a quick tip, I just use regular rubber gloves. I find they're actually more sturdy. And I had a few people asking me about stencils, so these are just a few. I have hundreds of stencils, literally. But I really like the plastic of these ones. I find them they really stand up well. And I get to try this today for the very first time. Pretty excited about that. This is our new Motions Nano, and I'm going to use this for the tattoos. All right, so here she is. She's had her little bath and a blow dry. We're going to add some new color. You can see her color starting to fade. One super big tip for that is that's actually why I start putting the color on a little bit early. I find that when you just keep, oh, you're so happy. When you just keep adding the color, it just gets better, actually. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do her little bit. I'm going to come back. You're so cute. I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you how to apply color on a few of these chubby hearts. And I can't wait for the rest of this day. It's awesome. So we're going to put the color on. I've already got a couple on, but I just want to share with you. Make sure you have your rubber gloves on. I wanted to show you that I actually have upgraded to just regular rubber gloves because they don't poke a hole through them and then end up with a pink finger. So I've just got a regular color brush. You can pick these up at Sally's. This is a 2-color tray, and since we're working with lots of colors, it is very effective. So you want to just split the hair. And I'm just going to apply it, and you want to try to get it right down to the skin. And I'm going to apply it all over the entire foot. Opawz recommends that you put the color on clean hair, and then you let it sit for 40 minutes, rinse it out, and that's how we do it. So we always work with her on clean hair, so she's going to be in the process for about 40 minutes. But I wanted you guys to actually see how we apply the color. And it's a lot of fun. I hope you guys get a chance. Even you don't have to go so crazy as what this particular project is, but you can do lots of different things. Just even in the ends of the ears, a little bit in the top knot, and the end of the tail. Oh, look at your little tail. You're so happy. I'm going to apply the rest of this stuff, and then we'll come back in a few minutes. We have most of the color on, but I wanted to just share this little with you. It's an ombre, and it's so great. So I've got the darker pink on the bottom, and you really want to saturate that quite a lot. And I really soak that in there, and then I'm just going to grab the lighter pink by Opawz here, and I'm going to graduate. You want to blend it, but when you guys see this blow dried, it is so fantastic. So I just wanted to share this little bit with you. I don't want to do her whole ears because they'll be pink forever, but I do want to do the tips because they grow like crazy. So we'll see how that turns out. And then just make a little foil, exactly as if you were getting highlights. So you're just going to put it on, fold it over, and let that sit for 40 minutes. So this is our Valentine's Day project, and I just want to tell you guys, as I was working away on this project, I was just thinking to myself how much fun this was. I want to be able to tell you guys that you're going to make a ton of money doing this. For sure, that's probably not going to happen. But what I will tell you, that for me it's therapy. This is fun. I've had a blast. A couple things that I was thinking about while I was doing this particular is my brother Pat Lacoche. Because about 10 years ago I met him, and I had never done any kind of real tattooing, and it was really awesome. And as I was doing this video, I was just thinking, you know, I really need to give a shout out to Pat Lacoche and to Joe Barber. So if you guys like this tattoo and design, definitely follow them. They're both on Instagram and Facebook. So I'm just gonna go through the big key thing when you're putting a design in is to use proper clipper first, number one, and make sure the dog is standing properly. So I'm just gonna show you. I make her stand here like this. I just put it in. And I want to follow the shoulder line. This is very, very important. Now, listen, this is art. What this gives to me is a whole new meaning to dog grooming. It's awesome. So I'm going to show you guys how to do the tattoo around the chubby heart. And I'm going to show you how to scissor it. This one is pretty important to me. Her owners are in Hawaii right now, and they just buried their other dog a couple weeks ago. And they just texted me just in the middle of this shoot right now, and they asked me what I was doing. And they call this the chubby heart for Chelsea. So I feel like that's super important. I just wanted to share that with you. You're going to use your little... Today I'm using a Motion Nano. I like to get comfortable. Definitely get comfortable. You want to stretch the skin up a little bit, not too much. If it's too much, you're going to wreck your pattern, so just a little bit. And you have to do this with the greatest amount of love. And I'm just edging around. And you want to make that V pretty severe. Then I usually go back down to the bottom and I edge just a little. And I really am very careful when I'm doing this. If you are in a hurry, you cannot do this kind of a project. So I just do the top and the bottom. This is what I've really found the most successful, and my favorite thing to do is chubby hearts. I love them. And then I'm going to scissor a little bit. So I like to take a long straight just to set the bottom. Have your base in. Then you can keep your balance. Okay, so, and I'm also combing the entire time. I want to comb that up in the direction that I want to scissor it. So I'm going to work on this for a few minutes, and we'll come back and I'll show you at the end. So I have this little chubby heart coming together nicely now. These are brand new. I only got these about 2 or 3 days ago. I love them. I got these from Angie and Dan up in Edmonton at LA Sharpening. But if you notice, they've got a nice little curve on them, and they're a chunker. It took me a day or so to kind of get used to them, but I've only had them for a couple. But I really like them. So what I really like is I can just go back and really detail, but also keep my depth. When you guys are working on these, it's important to keep the depth on something like this. So I'm going to finish this up on here, and we're going to do the face together. So we're coming down to the end of this, and we're going to do our little faux hawk on her. I just put a tiny bit of color in the ends of it so I can trim it into something else after this project. But I think she looks adorable in it. I'm going to use these same little curved chunkers. And I really like it when I can just kind of go in over the eye. I'm tipping her head just slightly.
this isn't like the hardcore mohawk where they're shaved on the side. This is more of a fusion face. I think it looks fantastic, to be honest with you. And I really like these because I can get the divot without taking too much hair off of it. I really like the angle that it creates. Like, look at that in just 2 seconds, hey? That's awesome. And then one of the other requests I've been getting a ton of, so I thought I'd take advantage of it in this particular video, is the fusion faces. So a couple of quick tips about the fusion face is that you always want to make sure they're smiling. So smile, that's what it's all about. So if you just start by actually just going up, typically the face is quite short. So now you could just take all of this beard off, and that would be considered fusion. Even what I'm doing is considered fusion. I personally want this to be a bit bigger. So I feel like with fusion, you have a lot of choices. So don't be afraid to try stuff. My daughter's hilarious because, you know, my daughter always says, there's no rules in fusion. And you know what? She's absolutely right. So just go out there and have some fun. I honestly, I can't even tell you guys how much fun I've had doing this particular project. I love that you guys got involved. It was amazing. I had such a blast. I really, really hope that you guys can feel the love in this particular video. So I have this face fairly round. Now I'm pretty comfortable where I'm at. Now I just got to put a little sugar on it, and this is the part you guys always seem to have a problem with. So I sort of just comb it all out to the side. So you can see I'm a little bit disconnected right here. And I'm also a little disconnected there. So now, and I have been actually loving these little roundies. And seriously, if you just start going around, I'm just dusting the ends, but this is what's going to make the difference. Really, this is what your money shot is right here, is just doing these little extra things. And these are perfect because they're kind of round, so they're really just dusting in the ends. And then I usually go back with my actual thinning shears and do the same. This is going to really, really help you guys out, set those, especially if you guys want to do these fusion faces. So I have had such a blast doing this Valentine's Day project with you guys. I really, I have to tell you how much love I felt the last couple of weeks. I can't believe we have over 600 subscribers. That's because of you guys. Thank you so much. I hope that you guys are feeling the love. I put a lot into this. My whole family, both of my kids are involved in this project. Aw, you're the cutest dog. I have one more quick little tip I wanted to share with you guys. All I did, this is just some more Opawz glitter gel. That's what it's called. And it's kind of like Jello-ish, kind of. I don't know if you can see that. But this is what I used on the top, and it's not really crazy sparkles. It's just a little bit of sparkles. So I hope you guys are inspired to have fun. I really hope you enjoyed this. Thank you guys so, so much. Help us get to 1,000. Share this. Happy Valentine's Day. GGTV is here to stay.